The next piece that came across my takeaway for speaking with these wonderful women of the consulate was their level of vision. It took my breath away when I listened to them speak about their passion and their vision. And as I listened really closely, what I found congruent across many of these women was where their inspiration came from, where their vision came from. How did they get there, and where were they going? Family, mom, dad, siblings were all playing a role. Many of these women that I interviewed told a story about how important their parents were in their life. Mom told a story about being one of 13 children and how she didn't understand how her mother could manage such a big family and still being able to lend a hand to a neighbor. I miss those kind of feelings. They're really important. And then the wonderful ambassador from Sri Lanka talked about seeing her dad run out when there was smoke and some kind of explosion in the distance and not coming back until late in the day. And she learned from him that you need to be able to run out and lend a hand when tragedy strikes. She said that's what she does now. She pays attention to where there's work that needs to be done, and she moves towards it, not away from it. I remember kind of growing up with that environment where we actually took care of our neighbors. It was a community raising children, not living in isolation and not knowing what your neighbor's needs were. So these women are brave. They really are paying attention to that. And so visionary, absolutely. Acting local within their own family dynamic and communities and paying attention. They all bring forward that foundation of how important families are, family structures. Your takeaway: we can be victims of tragedy or we can be warriors in triumph. Everything that happens to us in life, we have a choice about the way we respond. Whether we had the best family growing up or we had the worst. It's about what's your takeaway, and do you understand the value of family and connection and encouragement? I think words really do speak volumes. There was an expression that we used to say when we were little kids and when we would be being bullied. Sticks and stones would break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. Words will hurt you. We need to be careful about the words that we speak to our children. We need to help them value the words that they speak to others. And that comes with that parent relationship. First education these children have are within their own family. So these women who are thriving, who have great vision, it's because they're coming from someone who had vision. The ambassador from Sri Lanka talked about her dad delivering babies in the back of his car in a community that really needed healthcare but lacked that service. And he was a friend to everyone in the community, and I guess I would say a godfather to a lot of babies. And so how fascinating, and what a gift. It's like we don't have to be doing things outside of our community to make an impact. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be outside of our own family, because everything we do matters. And that's what I was getting from these women. They really, visionaries, they could see everything from being responsible with their own journey, even if they're uncomfortable. These women came from different countries. They came with a second language. They were learning English as they went. And they all had a great appreciation for being here in the U.S., also in Canada, because the ambassador from Sri Lanka, she had been in Canada for quite some time, where she went back and got post-secondary education. But they all went away with a different perspective, having been here in the U.S., having interacted. They gave them another view. And how important is that to be able to go out and share that? So they will share that with their friends and family and communities and with people they work with and with the people that they serve. It's an amazing opportunity to sit with these women and see what they're doing, where they're going, and where they're going to be in 5 years from now. And I think they carry their passions through, and the children are watching. They're paying attention. They know who their parents are. Even if they don't have the language for it, they know in their hearts what their parents believe. And I can promise you, as a mom, my kids know who I am and what I want for them and what I want for the world. And it's really a privilege to be a parent. And I would hope that everyone would take a breath in and realize we're really fortunate. And if you happen to be one of those people who came from another country, came here and learned the language and thrived, I salute you, because I am so excited that you had the drive and the passion to learn and to grow and to do the things that you do. And that in the U.S. there is opportunities that there may not be in other countries. But there are also opportunities in other countries to do a wonderful, amazing things too. No one country has all the answers. And I just see what a gift it is to be able to share time and space with women who can bring things from other places and cross borders and share that information with you, with me, and with everyone that they meet. So we'll take a break after that message, and we'll be back shortly. So we'll see you soon. Hello, this is Shirley Ringo with AEB News, and I'm sitting with Elahe. And yes, I probably didn't pronounce it right, but she's an amazing lady and involved in charity works and nonprofits all over the place. And I'm excited to be in her presence. It's an honor. And I'd really love to know what she feels about International Women's Day to start.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity. I congratulate all the women wherever they are. This is our day, and this is a day that we have to make a meaning out of our struggles and make a meaning of our hurt and pain. That's what I have been doing with a nonprofit organization that I'm involved with, Iranian American Jewish Federation, the Emergency Fund. I'm a cancer survivor, and I lost my husband to cancer. And shortly after, I started working with this organization simply to make sure that no one else goes through the confusion that I did while I was treating for cancer myself. And there are a lot of women who are left quite confused and penniless due to the changes in life, whether it be divorce or having children or loss of jobs. With the help of our community, we help our community.
Amazing. And I too am a cancer survivor. So I can feel what you're doing. Yes, it's 2 years now. And the financial impact is amazing. There's so much that goes that we don't think about, and we certainly don't think that we're going to end up with cancer. But it happens, and we need support. We need people in our lives that really understand. We need nonprofits, we need organizations, we need federations, we need women who have international experience in a variety of ways, and you do that. So tell me a little bit more about your nonprofit location, what you're doing right now.
Iranian American Jewish Federation is located in West Hollywood, and it is actually a faith-based organization. We do have one of the largest synagogues in town, and it is an organization that not only helps the community in terms of financial needs, also promotes the cultural and educational programs quite a bit. We are a group of immigrants, although we have been considered as the most successful immigrants of the world in the United States and abroad. We have a lot of issues with integration, and also, as I said, there are still chauvinism in our community. There are still pressures on women. Our help is not exclusive to women and children. It is to anyone who seeks an independent life. And as they often say in my committee, we hope to help people become wonderful fishermen and fisherwomen. That's what we like to teach them.
That's amazing. I love that. I mean, I too am involved in nonprofits, so I really see them as sometimes they're the gatekeepers and sometimes they're the path builders. And it certainly sounds like you do some of both, and that it's just really important because we see things in the world often that other people do not see. If they're not involved in some level with nonprofit agencies, the work is endless and demanding, and they're certainly not well paid, but for many of us. But
In my case, it's a volunteer work,
Yes.
so I don't mind about that at all. It doesn't matter.
because you're mission driven, and that's obvious. You're a mission driven woman, and I just want to tell you how valuable you are to not just your community, but to the greater community at large, because you're setting up things for success by doing the work that you do. It's a blessing and a privilege to meet you. It's an honor. And again, just please, again, just location of your office.
West Hollywood on Crescent Heights Boulevard, and I thank you for the opportunity, and I'm just a very small speck in the sky of all these wonderful leaders in our community.
Hello, AEB News. I am sitting here today with Mom, and we're at the International Women's Day event in LA. So this is an exciting day, and I really am honored and pleased to introduce you to an amazing lady. Mom?
Hello, my name is Mam Mbaye. I'm the Honorary Consul of Senegal in Los Angeles, and this is my third annual Women in Diplomacy Day. Because usually they talk about women in International Women's Day, but the diplomats are sometimes left out. Yeah. So I decided to take it away that I just really want to acknowledge them and make sure that the wonderful job they're doing for their countries and for the United States and wherever they are posted, they had a post. So it came up 3 years ago when I just, because when I first was appointed to be the Honorary Consul of Senegal here. And actually I'm sitting on the board of the Los Angeles Consular Corps, and I'm the president of the spouses of the consuls as well. So this was also something that I'm always excited about to just do, because, being in the Consular Corps and having only 3 women sitting on the board, I think that, women sometimes are left out, and I needed to highlight that. Give them like their place where they're supposed to be, right?
So with your energy, I have no doubt that you will go far in your dreams and aspirations and the things that you want to change in the world. It would seem, where do you draw that amazing energy from?
My mother. My mother raises 13 kids, and I'm one in the middle. I'm the 6th child. And I always, are amazed how she can handle all that stuff. Wearing several hats, being a mother, a wife, a neighbor, a good neighbor that gives a hug to the neighbors all the time, who put together the orphans around where we lived, and also reach out to the siblings who were not able to do what they're doing without her help. So this is where I draw it from. And I watch my mother really handle it with wonderful smile after all of that. Can you imagine 13 kids? 10 girls and 3 boys. And
Wow.
So you know how it is.
Oh, I come from a big family of 8, so I got a sense of what that is. And my mom had 16 siblings.
Wow.
So I understand, but there's a middle child syndrome,
Yeah.
right?
Like balance it out, right?
Yes, who has a tendency to draw knowledge and information from everybody in the family, kind of the middle child, and I think you're doing that really well. It's just amazing because you don't see any barriers to your success, and not everybody comes from that paradigm. Not everybody has amazing parents, and so it's a difficult piece when something you have early on in your life impacts you. So what do you think is some of the biggest impacts on women today?
Well, the biggest impact in women is, being out there and standing tall, like Senator was talking about. There's no limit to anything because, again, my motto is behind every great nation, there's a great woman. Behind every great man, there's a great woman behind there. And I walk around, look around my role models like Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, all these wonderful ladies who are out there, just doing what they're doing without blinking and standing tall for it. Because, if you have a skill, and also, learning from both sides, being the middle child, you learn from the oldest one and the youngest one as well. So you sit there, you balance it out, and you thrive. And then also I have a father who's amazing. He's amazing. He is just amazing person that they call it the ambulance of the area, because every woman that gave birth sometimes give birth in his car. Because we're in a small area where my dad used to take these women who are not well-to-do, who don't have the husband who help them. My dad is always there, everybody's dad in that area. And I grew up knowing this from my father and my mom, and also having siblings. We're all tight, There's we help each other. We grew up just like a big football team. So everything we did together, and then we thrive together, we cry together, we hug each other, we assist each other, and then that's, my strength is, and that's what I see women have to do. Diversity, and again, bend but don't break. I said.
Well, I think that you are the right person for the right job. It just seems that you have the energy, the knowledge, the support, and the encouragement that's carried you a very, very long way. And I'm looking forward to see what you're going to be doing in 5 years. Any ideas on that?
Well, I live my day-to-day life, like just being inspired, and it's going to go around what I'm doing already, because I've been here for a long time, and I do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sitting on the board of the Los Angeles Consular Court. I'm the president of the Spouses of the Consuls. I'm the vice president of my association, of Senegalese Association, and I'm the president of all the Honorary Council of Senegal in the United States. So I do a lot of stuff. And I see things that I have also a foundation called Techie Foundation, and it's uplifting women and children. And this is what I'm missioned to do. Seeing women in this world, we just work so hard, we wear 100,000 hats, but then nobody sometimes acknowledge that, and we just like overlook all this strength that we have. Mm-hmm. And then I think if everybody this is why I made it a point to invite men today, mm-hmm. so they can come and see what women can accomplish and how important women are in the world.
So when you look out there and you see other women, there's many women who will not be able to walk in your shoes, because you have good health and good energy and good support. Sometimes I think we forget to acknowledge the women who might do the simplest of things, and to help them understand whatever it is that they're doing, to do it with love and passion and respect for self.
And this is why wherever I go, I stand tall. I just represent my country, myself, my culture, my women in general. Because, and this is the only way to teach somebody is by example. And if you do it, then everybody else follow. And if you're not courageous enough to step into my shoes, I'll bring you into my shoes. Right?
Well, what an honor. I'm so happy to meet you, and I'm sure this is the first of many interviews and talks that we're going to do, and we'll get down to the nitty-gritty. I too have an admiration for Michelle Obama, to the prior First Lady. I got to meet her and speak with her, and I got a hug. I tell you, I am a lucky lady. So again, thank you on behalf of AEB for sharing your time and your space and your energy and your words of wisdom with us, and all the best today.
Thank you so much. And you know what? You're not a lucky lady. She's lucky to have you too. Because you know what? You have the spirit, you have the skills, you have the knowledge, and you know what? You out there doing what you're doing. So she's lucky too.